All right, let's get it cracking. Let me say what's up to everybody that's on this live stream. I think I stopped at Stephanie M. What's good? Real life. What's up, family? Big L all day. What's up, fam? Yusef. What's up, fam? Rice Bowls. Ronald Smith. What's good, family? Brian Lattimore. What's up, fam? Justin Miller. Been a minute, fam. What's cracking? He said just started beta test. Okay, I see you. He said loud and clear. Cool. Thanks, man. Anthony, what's good, bro? Data Land, what's happening? It's BS. Don't waste your time. Hey, we're gonna talk about it if it's BS because to some people it could be a good opportunity. So we're gonna go over everything today. All right. So, excuse me. The first thing I want to talk about is it free? People have asked me about this certification. It does have a cost, but you can get it for free. And so what I'm going to do right now is talk about how to get it free. I have the link in the description on how to get to Coursera to sign up for the Google IT support professional certification. And once you get there, you can enroll here. But if you click up here, you can apply for their, tuition assistance or scholarship. So you just click this link here, and you have to apply by February 2nd of, it looks like 2020. Or, February 20th, 2018. So you don't have too much longer to apply for this tuition assistance. And also, with that being said, this program is 8 to 12 months. That's a long time. But I did some digging on what this actually teaches you. And it could be valid on the reason why this certification takes so long. But let's go back. So once again, once you're on Coursera, you click the link at the top if you want to apply for the scholarship. And it looks like it says February 2020, but if you go in it deeper, I guess for this cohort or whatever, how they're going to do it, they're going to do it for looks like 2 years. And the first cohort starts. You have to be applied by February 20th, 2018. But anyway, now let's talk about the cost. The cost of this course, from what I've found, was about, let's see, I believe it was about $40 a month. Let's click and roll. No, we don't want to click and roll. Let's see if we can find the cost on here real quick. I seen it. Refund policy, course certificate. I saw the cost, but maybe I was logged in and I don't want to log in right now. Let's see. First question: how do you put on what is IT support? The cost of the course is $40. Basically $40 a month while you're enrolled if you do not qualify for the tuition assistance. If I can find it somewhere or if someone knows, please share a link out. But once I get this live stream posted, I will have the cost with the link with all that valid information. But I've already verified it's about $40 a month for this certification. And again, it's 8 to 12 months. That's the length of this course. Now, comparable, it takes about a month to 2 months to get your A+. The same for the Sec+, and about the same for the Net+. So let's say 2 months for each of those. That's 6 months where you learn hardware, you learn security, and you learn networks. But this is self-study or going through a boot camp or taking a college course. So I don't know, but it's very interactive. So this course is actually set up to be online. If you take it through Coursera, it's very interactive. And I believe, let's talk about the actual course and what it teaches you. So it's broken up into 6 courses, course 1 through 6. And so the first course, you're going to learn the technical support fundamental skills. And if we dig a little deeper, you're going to learn how the binary system works, how to assemble a computer from scratch, the operating system of a computer. So basically, the first course, which is you do about 8 to 10 hours a week. This first course is basically the A+. It's 8 to 10 hours a week. And so let's say 2 hours a day, max. 5 days a week, 4 days a week, 2 hours a day. You spend learning A+. So that's course 1. And if it's 6 courses, it takes 8 to 12. If there's 6 courses, it takes 8 to 12 weeks, and you do it, let's say 4 days a week. Yeah, that takes about 2 months for course 1, and then so that's about 2 months comparable to the A plus. But that's A plus is 1 certification. This you don't even complete the certification, so that's just that part. Now let's go down to course 2. There's a bunch of videos, so let me go back. All right, course 2. Are you not going to let me go back? No, I just want to go back. Yeah, all right. Courses. All right. I'm going to make me scroll all the way down to course 2. Okay, so this is how it's broken down with the videos and the weeks. And it does have like simulators, so you will be putting a computer together in the lab. So that's pretty cool. I haven't really seen too many interactive courses like that, but I haven't been through too many that as you follow along, you're also interacting with the course. That's the way this is actually set up. So course 2, it talks about bits and bytes of computer networking. So this is going to be your Network Plus. Let's learn more about this one. Is it going to tell me more about this one? Okay, so by the end of this course, it describes computer networks in the terms of the 5-layer model. You know, it's funny, we talked about the way the TCP model is now set up to have 5 layers rather than 4. It's that's really funny. We were just talking about this on my Twitter. If you don't follow me on Twitter, you should, or think about it. It's DLight330. But when I learned the TCP/IP model, there were 4 layers, but now there are 5 layers. So I found that very fascinating. But anyway, when you look at this, this is right here is the Net Plus. So you're learning TCP/IP model, you're learning DNS, DHCP, everything when it comes to computer networking. And now course 3, it talks about the operating system and becoming a power user. So here you're going to learn system administration, Linux, the file system structure, the kernel, everything that goes into being a system admin when it comes to managing file shares, managing Red Hat systems, and all that good stuff. They're teaching you that here. Now, course 4, more system administration and Windows side of things. Looks like when it comes to managing Windows servers, backups, Active Directory, LDAP. Now, course 5. Now we're talking about automation. And it looks like you're going to get into some scripting, probably some Ruby, some PowerShell. So they're giving you a ton. And for me, you don't really learn scripting in A+, Sec+, or Net+. So that's awesome. And when it comes to Linux, you don't learn too much Linux. So this is actually teaching you some very valuable skills. And now let's look at course 6. Course 6, now we're talking about security. This is going to give you basically, looks like how to secure a basic infrastructure at a basic level, to have an understanding of the do's and don't, encryption at the basic, let's say security plus level. So I'm not sure to say that this is a bad certification, but if you look at $40 a month, if you don't qualify for the free tuition assistance or for tuition assistance, $40 a month, let's say for 12 months, that's $480. Comparable to the A+, the Set+, the Net+, man, you're looking about $1,000. So for this one certification, you pay half the price and they teach you more skills. Now, granted, it's going to take 8 to 12 months. You get one certification, but to me, what Google is trying to do is put a footprint into the certification game. And the best way to do that is by giving 10,000 people this certification free. You know what I mean? So right now, it may not look like a good cert. And we're going to look at the A+, we're going to look at the Set Plus and the Net Plus and the CCNA, the MTA also, and WGU, and compare those prices to this and how long I think they will take you to get the certification and the valuable comparable. But right now, for all you that are in IT and looking to get in IT, you are in a great position. There's so many free scholarships out there for you to get trained, certified. Google being one of them. Cisco has their cyber ops. For all of you that don't know, when I post this live stream live, I will put that up also. For all of you that have been through the course, please leave some comments in the comment section to let people know how your experience was and all the good stuff. You're in a great position. The future is very bright for those that do not have IT experience and are looking to get in IT or curious about IT. And the one thing I can say about this Google certification that I really like is that they're focusing on the inner city and the areas that many people do not focus on, and not just at the STEM level, but at the let's say 18 to 35 level that often gets left behind. So shout out to Google for stepping up to the plate and looking out for the ones that really need it most. All right, now let me get to some of these questions before I continue on. All right, so lab every day. Let's see. I was down here at Rice Bowls. He says, all right. He says, how does Google compare this to someone getting a college degree in IT? Okay, so Rice Bowls, that's a great question. How does this compare to someone getting a college degree? From what I've read, this is actually going to be like a one-on-one course in colleges. So it's not comparable to a college degree. This will be something that you take in your college curriculum. So let's say you're going to school for to be a computer network engineer or something like that. You will take Cisco courses doing that route. I believe to get the CCNA, there's like 4 different courses that you have to go through, ICD-1, ICD-2, or something like that, and through Medicad. That's a part of you're getting college credit and you're getting trained for a certification. So I believe this is kind of like the same structure that Google is going to approach at the entry level, one-on-one level college courses. So yeah, this does kind of, I don't want to say compare, but this goes along with getting your degree. All right, Dada says, go for the big fish shirts. Hey, Dada Lynn, going for the big fish shirts. That's a great point. But when you talk about going for those high dollar shirts that's going to make you money, you need a strong foundation. A strong foundation. Now, I'm not going to say you have to start at the A plus level, but having a strong understanding of computing will help you if you want to be a programmer or a developer. That will give you a leg up if you want to do that because you will already understand how memory and everything functions when it in the system. And then if you want to be in networking, getting that network plus before your CCNA, if you choose to go that route. I'm not recommending anything, but what I'm saying is having a strong basic level foundation will help you at those high dollar certs. Because I know when I grew up, I knew nothing about computers. I wasn't exposed to computers, you know, and a lot of people I still know that grew up where I'm from still don't get that type of exposure. The most exposure they get to computers is phones. So everybody doesn't get that type of exposure. So getting that basic level where you start here, it may seem simple to you, but to somebody else, it can seem like a mountain. So everybody has their own journey that they have to face and they have to walk. And what I mainly say and what I mainly recommend is that you focus on your own journey. So that way you're not comparing yourself to nobody else. You're not looking at where you should be because you're right where you're supposed to be. Keep learning, keep grinding. Eventually, you will be at that CCIE level, whether it takes you 2 years or whether it takes you 10 years. Either way, if you put in the work, lab every day, keep learning, continue growing, you will get there. All right, let me get to some more questions. Hey, what's up, Namba? What's going on? Maddox, what up, family? Mansa, okay, he said the certification is actually $49 a month. So $50 a month times 12, what's that, $600? So $600 a year, that's still cheaper than getting all 3 of the Comptia basic level certifications. But it's one certification, but from my understanding of what it looks like, Google is trying to make a whole how can I say, a more balanced approach to providing a certification for entry-level techs or technicians or whatever we want to call them. Let's see, that is in real life. If I can get my younger self advice, it would be spend time getting CCNA, MCSE, since they are more challenging and require more time. Time is precious. Hey, Daddy Lynn, that's a great point. When you talk about your younger self, now me, I didn't get my CCNA until what? Either my late 20s or whatever. I didn't get it till later. Now, if you're younger, be curious. I know it's easy to say, go after those big certs. Of course, you're younger, you learn faster, you understand quicker. But at the same time, you may go down a road that you really don't enjoy. So it's best to be curious when you're younger. This is just my recommendation, is to be curious and find what you enjoy the most, and that's where you'll be the most successful. Now, if you're older, you're gonna have to have tunnel vision to say, okay, I want to be a network engineer because I want to make $80,000 to $100,000. Well, I'm gonna need at least CCNP, CCIE to achieve that. I'm gonna have to know SolarWinds. I'm gonna have to know data domains. I'm gonna have to know all this from VMware. I'm gonna have to know all this information. So I'm really have to have a structured approach to be able to achieve how much money I want to make. So that's a good point about focusing on those high dollar certs, but it all depends on where you're at in life. Hopefully that was helpful. All right, let's see. Stephanie M, this is awesome. Hey, thanks, Stephanie. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thanks everyone that's tuning in. I appreciate everyone's support. If you could share this out on your social media, I'm gonna do my best to get to all your questions, and then we'll get to the questions that I have listed, and then I'm gonna talk about some Comptia certs here in a moment. All right. Carlos says, let me see. Dadlin says this cert will trap you to only technical support. The real money is in networking, security, and programming. Hey, Dadlin. All right. No certification traps you anywhere. The only thing that traps you is you, or the only thing that trapped me in my career was I stopped learning. The only thing that trapped me in my career was that I stopped learning and I didn't apply myself to growing beyond where I was. I was content. That's the only thing that stops you. It don't matter what certification you get, whether it's the MTA, whether it's a high school diploma, it does not matter what you get. It's about you having a continual learning experience approach to life. As long as you're learning, as long as you're putting in the work, you're providing results to whatever company you're working for, you're building relationships, you will be successful, family. It does not matter. Like, you don't even have to be the smartest person. You just got to know how to find the answer, know how to Google, know how to talk to vendors, know how to talk to customers, know how to communicate, know how to provide results. You don't have to be the smartest. You don't have to know the answer. Just know how to find the answer, provide results, and have those relationships that are everlasting. People respect you for what you provide and the way you make them feel. And my goal is to, whenever I come across anybody, is to make them feel better than they felt before they were around me. You know what I mean? I'm not afraid to say I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure on that answer, but give me a moment. I'm going to research it and I'll get back to you shortly. Simple. I don't have to know everything. Google knows a lot more than I do, and there's a whole bunch of people out there that are in forums that are just willing and able to share information, just like I'm doing here today. Like, we all can just help each other, and we all can be successful. That's what it's about. All right, let me see. Shout out to Network Wiz Kid, or Network Wiz Kid too. If you don't follow him, you should. He's trying to reach 1,000 subscribers. If all my subscribers could please support him, he's really grinding. He's a wealth of information that's in a position to provide the information. Like, he's thirsting to help people. you know, and anybody that's willing to help you, I say leech on. Throughout my career working with different network engineers, whenever they help me, I'm taking notes. You know, I'm not asking the same question twice, but I'm definitely taking notes and I'm watching everything they do, because if they are in the position you want to be in, admire that, learn from it, and you will get there. All right, the Rice Bowls, he said Google did state to help get entry level. Yeah, they did. I mean, Master said, I think that it's a bargain based on the value that you're getting compared to the cost of the program. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Real life. Yeah, I'm trying to get to these questions. Chris, my man Chris, what's up, fam? Yo, shout out to you, man. We got to catch up, man. I got much love for Chris and all my subscribers, but Chris is really my dude. Like, man, much love, bro. Good to see you. Let me see. Danny Love, what's happening? George, I'm a Gracky. What's up, fam? We have 4 classes. Yeah, it's 4 classes for the CCNA. I think they're broken up into 8 weeks apiece. So this is in, if you're going through NetAcad. NetAcad is a great program. Speaking of NetAcad, and this is kind of, when we're talking about the Google certificate, how long it takes, I think we established it costs about $600 in about 12 months. If you're going through NetAcad you can find that at a junior college. Let's say each NetAcad course, there's 4 of them to get the CCNA, which you don't get the CCNA, you still have to pay for the CCNA and take the CCNA, but you get trained CCNA level information. You take that course at a junior college. Let's say you want to learn this rather than going to a boot camp or anywhere else. You get hands-on in-class experience. And if you find it at a junior college cheap enough, you could be paying let's say $80 a credit hour. And if we do the math on that, what, $80 and it's 3 credit hours, what is that, $240? Then you got to buy books. Let's say books are $150. So that's about $390. And then we times that by 4. I'm going to need a calculator on that one. Hold up. So $390 times 4. So for basically, let's say $1,600, you go through NetAcad and get your CCNA hands-on experience. If you have no experience and you get college credits, I feel that that's not a bad deal. Because here's the thing about NetAcad. Yes, it's college. Yes, you have to go to class. But for all of you that may have no experience, going through NetAcad, going through a college course, you build relationships with people that are in your class. You build relationships with an instructor. You build relationships with whoever's helping in the class. And so through those relationships, start you a LinkedIn page. Add them on LinkedIn. You'll be surprised how long those relationships last and come back to help you years from now. And then not only that, your instructor, if he's a good instructor, he can be a mentor and also provide you a reference when you're going for your first job. So that $1,600 that you pay for NetAcad can pay off exponentially if you put in the work and build the right relationships, learn the information, and just believe that you can be successful. You know, I admire people that go to college. I'm all about going for the right reasons and for the right amount of money. You know, I'm working on my degree now. I'm taking 3 classes because I have about 3 classes to finish my associates. And I'll be done with my associate level. Now people are going to say, man, you associates, what's that? To me, it's a lot. Nobody in my family graduated from college. You know what I mean? So for me, how long it took me to get here, I'm going to go ahead and knock it out and make my mom proud. You know what I mean? And build some more relationships along the way. That's just my 2 cents. I'm going to get to some more questions. Then I'm going to hop on Comptia. And then I'll hop on Cisco and Microsoft. All right, let me see. H.R. Robinson, what's up, fam? He said, Jeremy Chura says certifications are more relevant than degrees these days. Just shared an opinion. Hey, H. Robertson. So, I respect Jeremy. Jeremy's the man. Like, he's done a lot in tech. He's a great instructor. And he's a man of God, so I got a lot of respect for Jeremy. When it comes to degrees, when you're getting in tech, if you're going for a company like Cerner, it can get you an internship. And Cerner, you got to have a degree to get in there. So if you don't know who Cerner is, they do medical software. But getting in a company like that, a degree will pay off. Now, just getting in the field, a certification is going to pay off in the front end. Like, as soon as you get in, certifications, like let's say you get a help desk job, right? You get your A+. You start out making $18. You get your CCNA, you're making, let's say, $30 an hour. Just with the CCNA, depending on what area you're in, the CCNA can take you from $18 to $30 an hour. And then let's say you get your CCNP and you got the experience to prove it. Now you're making $40 to $50 an hour. Yes, but let's say I think $50 an hour is still under $100,000. Now let's say you got a degree. Now you're an IT manager. Now you're making $100,000. So yes, at the beginning of your career, it will pay off to have certifications. But on the end of your career, when you're going for those, when you want to lead divisions, when you want to lead regions, when you want to manage large projects, that's when a degree will pay off. Because it don't matter what degree you have in IT, sometimes just having that degree will make you $100,000 if you know how to manage teams, peoples, and projects. Yeah, I mean, I've seen it too many times. All right. Shout out to Danny Lev. He got the A+ with no experience. Okay. Were you able to find a job? How's that going for you? Let's see. LA. Love your videos, man. What do you think about the current market certifications? Do you think the market is becoming flooded with multiple certifications from different vendors? I think the market for certification is big business. I think there's a lot of people making money, not only the corporations that are creating the certifications, but the people that are getting the certifications and the people that are training for the certifications. It's a big business. So yes, people are going to produce these certifications and make money. I mean, that's the goal. People want to provide for their families. They want to provide jobs for other people. They want to change the world. So I don't think it's necessarily that certifications are getting flooded. I think it's that you have to be more competitive and have a more tunnel approach on the certification that you're going to get. And I say that with this in mind. On my channel, people often ask me about, hey, I'm going to get the A+, then I'm going to get the Set+, then I'm going to get Linux+, and then I'm going to get my CCNA, and then I'm going to get VMware. Yeah, but what do you want to do with all those certifications? By the time you get the Linux+, and you go over here and get the CCNA back to VMware, you probably forgot the Linux stuff when you go to VMware. So you have to have a more, a better pathway. Now, Comptia has a great, let me see if I can find it real quick. They have a great roadmap. Let me see if I can find the Comptia roadmap to certifications, because it's easy to go out here and get a whole bunch of certifications and wonder why you can't find a job. Because it's like, well, what do you want to do? I mean, I know because I've been there. I got a whole bunch of certifications and I'm qualified for a lot of things, but when I'm presenting my resume, if I don't tailor it right, it doesn't come off as clear to the employer for what I want to do. Let me see if I can find a roadmap. Okay, so Comptia has this roadmap. And I posted this before, but basically what this roadmap is a detailed, let me see, outline for those of you that are wanting to know, okay, what certifications do I need to get what job? So if you want to be in information security, if you follow this blue line in Comptia, now these certifications aren't just Comptia based. They're listing other organizations that provide certifications also that you can get to become in information security. at the level you want to be. So if you want to be in, let me see if they go specifically to, they even go down here to jobs. So I'll put a link in the description for this roadmap. But if you want to be in networking cloud technologies, you follow this, you say you get your Comptia A plus, Cloud, Net Plus, CCNA, and then you keep going to this purple, which kind of combines, looks like, with the intermediate, well, with this advanced level over here to get your CCDP or CCNP, MCSC, and then you keep going to all these advanced certs over here. And the same for IT management. That ITIL master, I'm telling you, that ITIL, the service level, the service process, that's big business when it comes to being a manager. ITIL is, yeah, it's, if you don't know about ITIL, it's also one of those ITIL foundation certifications is one of those that do not expire. So it's a good cert to start out with. Now, a lot of organizations may not value it as much, but it teaches you some service desk, the service model when it comes to being on the help desk, when it comes to working in a service environment. So it teaches you some good information. But this is a good roadmap to check out to help you all have a more detailed, structured approach to what you want to do. It's great to get certification. Keep grinding, keep pushing, keep labbing every day, but at the same time, have an end game in mind. I think I said all that to say that. To have an end game in mind when you're going for these certifications. All right, let me get back to some more of these questions. All right, good. Hey, good night, Rice Balls. What's up, Emmanuel? What's going on, fam? Okay, Raymond Hill, live every day. WGU, yeah, we're gonna talk about that too. All right. Hey, what's up, Skeet Dorama, all the way from Raleigh, Durham. What's up, fam? All right. I got about 20 more minutes before I get out of here and gotta do my Java labbing for tonight. But okay, so we talked about, I think we kind of covered Comptia. We already talked about the Google certification. For all those of you that are just now getting on the live stream, please feel free to watch this video once it's posted or to rewind. But basically, we said that the Google certification is 12 months. It provides you a whole structured approach to getting into IT at every level, from system administration to networking to security, everything that you need in one certification. If you can get it for a scholarship or tuition assistant, it could be either free or at a discounted rate, but the rate that we came up with was $600 for that certification. But it will also be in college curriculum, so it will be a 101 level course from what I read also. But then we talked about the Comptia roadmap, having a structured approach. And now we're going to talk about the Concierge certifications and how this measures up to the Google certification. Now, here's the A+. The A+ you can get within about a month to 2 months. It's $211. So that's $211 for this certification. And this is entry-level computer hardware, how computers function, information. Some great knowledge for all of you that want to get into developing Linux in that area to understand how computers actually function, because you're going to have to understand how memory is working in your code. You know what I mean? So that's $211 for that cert. And then that cert, if you combine it with the roadmap, will be I believe it's a beginner no voice cert. So that's your entry-level certification. Now, Security Plus, this will teach you security, which Security Plus is one of those certifications I think everybody should take. In 2018, security should be your number one priority, no matter who you are or what you do. You know, you should be using two-factor security. You should be safeguarding all your password. You should be locking your computer when you get up. You know, you should be locking your phone with a 6-digit password if you have, or a 6-digit passcode if you have an iPhone, and I'm not sure about Android, but you should be using safeguards all the time. You should have an antivirus preferably paid. You know, VPNs, some people recommend that. Some people recommend password managers, but you should definitely be using safeguards when you're using your passwords. And Security Plus will definitely teach you that. So at a basic infrastructure level, to me, I believe that everybody should take the Security Plus. In DoD, I believe you have to. So if you want to get one of those government jobs out there, you got to have a Security Plus. This certification is $330, and this price keeps going up, and it's only going to get higher and higher because of the information that and the value that this certification holds. So if you want to be a security analyst or in that pen testing realm, the Security Plus is one of those certifications to where most people start and most recruiters, companies look for, because I mean that's kind of like the industry basics level standard certification when it comes to getting in security. So that's $330. So combine that with the $211, we have $541. $541 just for these two certifications is still almost more than the $600, well, close to the $600. Now let's talk about the Network Plus, which is actually, I believe, a level before the Sec Plus. I should have did that one first, but I didn't. I apologize about that. But the Network Plus, this is going to teach you all your networking fundamentals. So we're going to do the TCP/IP model, the OSI model, cabling standards, infrastructure standards, wireless standards. All that good stuff is going to be here in the Network Plus. It's about 90 questions and it's $302. So you combine that with the $541, we're at, what is that, $803. So $803 for these three certifications. And honestly, these three certifications will take you about 6 months if you are very focused, diligent about getting them done. Could take you longer, could take you less, but I would say about 6 months to get these three certifications. Now, granted, getting the A plus will get you a job. Getting the Net Plus, getting the Sec Plus, depending on the Sec Plus and the Net Plus depends on your market. A plus, pretty much anywhere you go, you can find an entry level desktop support help desk job. Starting out between, let's say, $12, $10, and $20, depending on where you go. That's pretty much the industry standard when it comes to the A plus. And it's valuable information. These will definitely prepare you for the CCNA, which we're going to talk about next. I see everybody that's commented. I will get to some more comments here shortly, but the first thing I want to do is get to everyone's favorite right now, the CCNA. The CCNA, 2 or 1 test. So you got the ICND 1 test exam, the ICND 2 exam, and then you have the composite exam. What's the difference? So let's say taking the ICND 1 and the ICND 2 is like taking a midterm and a final. You know, you take one test, ICND 1 to be your midterm, ICND 2 will be your final. Taking the composite is like studying all year to take one exam. It's kind of hard to do that. I'm not going to lie. I know people that are recertifying to take their composite exam, you know, and it's not an easy task. Like, you have to study a lot of information for that composite exam. But let's talk about the overview. We'll just go with the composite. We'll just keep it simple and go with the composite exam. It's 90 minutes, 60 to 70 questions. The price, I doubt they put the price on here. You have to go to Pearson VUE. But I believe the price of, if anyone knows, could you please put it down there if you take it, if you have taken it here recently, please post how much you've, the CCNA exam costs. But I believe it's over $300 now. So you will have to register through Pearson VUE. Now get in the CCNA exam with no experience. Man. Let's say get an ICND 1 with no experience. From what I've seen, the ICND 1 is not as recognized by a lot of employers yet to be on the level of a, I want to say CCNA, which it shouldn't be. But when I say getting a job, to say you have your CCNA it's still like you're not done. You get what I'm saying? So put it on your resume, but the impact that an A plus will have compared to the CCET, I would like to see a poll on how employers value each certification, or the Net Plus compared to the CCET, because a lot of people are toss up on the route that they take. But I would like to see a poll on how employers value the CCENT compared to the Net Plus. I believe that's valid. Which one is more likely to get you a job. But either way, once you get the CCNA, you're in a position to be in that networking technician role. If you don't have any experience, now, how do you find that job? I think that's a question that a lot of people have. How do you find your first CCNA level job? Your job market is going to be the most important thing, because if you stay in the middle of nowhere and you get the CCNA, you're going to have to either relocate, look for a remote position, start your own business, work, helping small, medium-sized businesses upgrade the network, install networks. You're going to have to be creative in your job hunt. It's not one of those things to where you can just find a job if you don't have jobs available. You kind of got to be creative to make your own job or find a remote position. Hop on Indeed and just type in remote network engineers. Hop on LinkedIn, build some relationships, and just go from there. Or, for those people that are in a good job market, I know you look for those network engineer positions, but unless you have somewhere that provides a network engineer level 1, it's going to be hard to find a truly network engineer position. The reason why I say that, and this is a whole nother video, the network engineer term is broad, very broad. And so my last network engineer position, I'm in closets that I can't even barely fit in. I'm running cables. I'm testing lines. I'm doing so many things that most network engineers don't have to do. A lot of people look at it as this glorified position, but it's not always glorified. Sometimes you get projects with budgets that have crazy constraints that you got to make work. And a lot of times they'll order stuff and they want to make stuff happen without security in mind, without, just trust me. There's so much involved when you become a network engineer. It's not as simple as, getting in the CL Live and doing show IP interface brief. It's not that, or doing show run or configuring routes. It's not always that simple. So look for those network technician jobs, those network engineer level 1 jobs. But that's my spiel on the CCNA. It crushes every other cert right now. I'm not going to lie. When it comes to the Comptia certs, when it comes to the Google cert, having the CCNA with some experience is going to make you 50,000, 60,000, 70,000, maybe even 80,000, depending on how much experience and how good you can prove that you know your information. But I don't want to tell you to aim for that. You have to know your value. You got to know your worth. So you definitely have to prove what you know in those interviews and when you're looking for these jobs. So when it comes to the MTA, there's so many different certifications that you get with the MTA. My MTA is focused in what is technical support, or I don't even think they have the area no more, because they provided like 10 different areas where you can get an MTA. But basically, the MTA is just Microsoft's entry-level certification. Excuse me. And you get the MCP, so you become a Microsoft certified professional with it. It gives you some good information. Like if you really want to get in Azure, which I think a lot of people should learn cloud. A lot of people should learn Azure. I mean, that's where Microsoft is pretty much going with their old platform. Service infrastructure is going to be totally different 5 years, 10 years from now. So Azure is going to be way to go, along with Linux. I would highly recommend Linux being something that you learn. And then let's talk about WGU. So many people have hit me up about WGU, Western Governors University. Man, I don't have much information about WGU except for what I've seen, what I've heard. I've heard nothing but good things about it. The price compared to a regular institution, a regular university, is lower. The bang for the buck is better from what I've researched. So not only are you going through these college courses, but they're also providing certification in the courses. So within a year, you can have CCNA and all these other certifications. I'm 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 gonna put a link in the description for all of you that may be interested in this. They're military friendly for all of you veterans. So your MGI bill, your post 9/11 bill, it seems like the way technology training is going, it is moving away from the degree structure. I'm not going to lie. I've even seen people post their Udemy certifications, course completions on their LinkedIn's. It's changing. So keep an open mind when it comes to training. Keep an open mind when it comes to getting an education. Research, learn Google. That's one of the main things you'll be doing when you get into IT is research to find answers. So learn now. Keep your wallet closed until you have you have enough information and a detailed approach to what you want to do. Once you establish the right approach that you want to take, then spend your money, spend it wisely. Don't just go out here and buy a whole bunch of courses and classes and not be able to retain the information, get the certification that you actually seeking, or get the job that you thought you would be able to get because you learned this information. Make sure you're wise in your decision and be curious and do what you really desire to do. But every certification that I mentioned in this video has a YouTube video for it. A plus, Professor Messer, and I believe he does Sec Plus, Net Plus. You know, Jeremy has CCNA videos. David Bombo has CCNA level videos. Network Wiz Kid has CCNA level videos. I got CCNA level videos. Like, there's so much information out there. And with this Google certification, if you're curious about that, check it out. If you qualify for the free tuition assistance or the tuition assistance, check it out. See what it can do for your career. If you're looking to get in IT, I believe that it's a good opportunity. I'm gonna get to some of these questions before I hop off of here. I really enjoyed this live stream, and I hope you have too. I pray it's been informational. It's definitely been what's up. Now let me see here. I don't even know where I'm on these questions, but I'm gonna try and catch up soon. Hey, what's up, Mr. Wilson Jr. 101? What's up, fam? Hey, Big L all day. I hope I answered your questions about WGU. You said, peace from Houston. Shout out to Houston. I love Houston. Shout out to Houston. He said, I appreciate everything you post on your channel. You help keep my head up in the game. I hit you up on LinkedIn. Had a few questions for you, bro. Live every day. Yeah, if anybody want to add me on LinkedIn, feel free. I got a lot of people that add me. I can't always get to it. My schedule is pretty full, so whenever I can hop on LinkedIn, I'm usually posting, checking messages, and then I get to adding people. But please feel free to add me. And like he said, live every day. But Emmanuel said, what's up, fam? Sasha says, Maddox, thanks for the answer. How do I study only book for A+? Okay, Rice Bowls. All right, good night. Yep. Cool. It looks like y'all all are helping each other in these comments. So that's what's up. Definitely network. Like, I'm not the only one with the answers. There's so many people out here that have valuable information to share. You know, analyze it, make your own decision. Don't just listen to what I say. Make your own decision. And I don't know, have faith in what you want to do. All right. LA said that's a cool roadmap. Seems like they kind of had it on the site. Yeah, LA, that roadmap isn't, I believe they put it out last year, and it wasn't one of those things where everybody knew. I posted a video on it. Some people clicked the link, other people didn't. They just kind of looked over it. But I will post it once I put this up. All right, said Lighttober. Yep. Carlos Rossi, what's up, fam? How many times you took the? How many? Y'all, I took the CCNA. What? 1, 2. I passed ICND 1, I failed ICND 2 the first time, passed it the second time, and that's it. Hey, what's up? AK-47, what's good, fam? Big L, what's up? He says, I definitely want to know your view on the Google search. I'm going to watch the whole video. Okay, cool. Yeah, please check the video out. If it's helpful, share it out to someone that you may know that will find it helpful. I'm going to go, okay, I wonder if someone could rush through the Google search. Yeah, somebody probably could rush through the Google search, but at the same time, how much is that going to add value to your career? You know, getting these certifications is cool because you want to get that bag. I understand. Like, that's the end game to get paid. But at the same time, make sure you be able to take that information with you as you rush through it. Because if you leave it behind, trust me, your career is gonna how can I say, your career is not going to benefit from it. Let's put it that way. Let's see. I feel like the Google search provides good foundation knowledge in a lot of areas, but you can get an A+ in a couple months or a couple weeks for only $400 if you're a student. Yeah, okay, yeah, you can get the A+ if you are a student. But what if you aren't a student? And I believe that's what Google is looking to target, those that aren't students, those that don't have the opportunities, the options. You know, like, yeah, if you're a student and you got different options, yeah, you can get the A+. If you got people that work on computers, you've been exposed to computers, cool. But if you don't, think about those people that go to the library and use the computer. To me, this would be a good course for them. This would be a great opportunity for them to go to the library, use the library's computer on whenever they make it there. Because I know a lot of people, you know, I work with plenty of different people. I help plenty of different people that go to the library just to use a computer because they don't have that resource available to them at home. So this Google search would definitely be something good for them. But that's a great point. Counselor says, my employer just raised reimbursement for certification from $500. Woo! Hey, hey, fam, shout out to you. Again, I don't think I've mentioned this enough. So what he's saying is that his employer raised his certification reimbursement from $500 a year to $3,000. Your employer, depending on where you work, what their guidelines are, will pay for certifications. May, let's say not will. They may pay for certifications. They may pay for college education. They may pay for certification training. Now, sometimes that comes with, okay, if we pay for this certification, you got to spend another year at this place of employment. And sometimes it doesn't. Just find out the guidelines for whenever you're going for these certifications. But trust me, hey, that right there, shout out to you, fam. That's what's up. Like Tuber says, that's awesome. Congratulations. Mysterious 295. Okay, so I guess the CCNA certification is $295. I guess that's what Mr. Mysterious is saying. Because I said, thank you, feels good. Okay. Because you can get out, be like me. Cool. I started with $14, 2005. Okay. Dennis Bates, what's up, fam? The value of the Google search is yet to be determined. I will not rush into it yet. Hey, is that Mr. Bates? I think that is. Yeah. If that's you, sir, shout out and thank you for tuning in. But honestly, yeah, the value for the Google search is not to be determined, or it has not been determined. So rushing into it as far as paying for it, no. But if you can get it for free, check it out. Ask questions. There's probably going to be forums on it. There's probably going to be a lot of people talking about it and down the road. So keep your ears open, keep your eyes open. You know, I just wanted to provide this video to give you information that I found on it and to inform everyone that had questions about the different areas of different certifications, just in case, you know, anybody didn't get it in the last video or, you know, just need it from a different angle. So that was my goal. Hopefully I provided that. Hey, shout out to you, fam. So 2015, he was making $14 an hour. And today he's making 27, close to $28 an hour. All off his grind and certification. Shout out to you, fam. That's what's up. You said with Wilbur College, I was a Comcast tech support and made, see? Hey, I'm telling you, man, once you start learning this information, you can really grow in so many areas. Not only your knowledge and your relationships, but your financial gain can definitely double, sometimes triple, sometimes more than that, depending on the technology that you learn. I said, you want to know to get a discount? Yeah, I'm not showing the discount on the Pearson View. Let me see. All right, cool. Man, there's so many questions in here, but I'm gonna try to get a couple more because I gotta get on this Java training and I gotta do some stuff on my homework before I lay it down. Let's see. Yeah, but Professor Messer videos are very useful. If you have not checked out Professor Messer, if you're working on your A plus, he has a ton of great information out there. Also, if you have not looked into Safari books, the cost of a book for certification books is usually about $30. Safari books, I believe, is about, let's say, $40 a month. But every book that you will probably buy in the next 6 months is probably on Safari books, along with training videos. So it's a great way to get trained up. Let me see. But hey, everybody that tuned in, I want to thank y'all for tuning in. I got to get out of here and get on to my Java training for tonight. I hope I answered these questions. I appreciate everyone's support tonight. This has been fun. I'm going to post this video. If you could, like this video. If you have not already, when it gets posted, please share it out. And if you have questions, hit the comment section below. I appreciate all of your support. I'm doing my best to answer all of your questions as I go. But this has definitely been an awesome year. Hopefully 2018, I can help you all be where I can be a resource to you all to help get you all employed, get certified, and change your lives. And hopefully you'll do the same for someone else, because that's what it's all about. So I appreciate everyone for chiming in. I'm out. Peace. Peace.